Crunch time, where Coach and I go back and forth through 10 games during the football season within the football slate. And this week we have NFL action to add to college. Coach, are you ready?
Iceman, we're adding NFL this week. We both did a stellar 4-6 last week, but I'm pumped, man. On to week 1 of the NFL, week 2 of college football. Let's fire it up.
All right, starting number 22, Kansas, a team we don't talk about all that often, is traveling to Champaign, Illinois to face Illinois and the Fighting Ryan Leskuses. Now, Kansas is a 5-point favorite, but I feel like heading into Illinois, it's a Big Ten opponent. They play pretty rough football. Kansas could be ripe for an upset here, but give me Kansas to eke it out on the road.
Oh, man, this is a tough one because I think there's a lot of optimism around the Illinois program this year, but you got to prove it, and this is a game that would put them on the right track to proving it. I'm hesitant, but I'm going to take the Illini +5.
All right, in the Battle of Iowa, Iowa State travels to Iowa City to face number 25 Iowa, who did not look very good on offense in the first half in their first game. Iowa is a 2.5-point favorite, which tells me this game is pretty much a push. The question is, can Iowa's offense score enough? We know their defense is great. I honestly think that Iowa is the better team because I think that their defense is just that good. So give me Iowa to win actually by more than 2.5.
Yeah, I think at a game like this, a rivalry game, the Cy-Hawk series, that, sort of sound defensive football is what you can fall back on when the emotions start running a little bit high. So I'm there with you on the Hawkeyes, -2.5.
The Baylor Bears travel to Cam Rising in his 9th or 10th season with Utah. The number 12 Utes are 14-point favorites at home. This is one of those games where I feel like both teams are coming in with a high. Utah is a very talented football team, and if they want to win the Big 12, they're going to have to win games like this. So give me the Utes to win by more than 14.
Yeah, I feel like Utah is for real, and I don't think this is an environment that Baylor is ready for, man. It's just different going up there. These southern teams, they're not used to playing these sort of places. I think they're going to be surprised by how passionate the fan base is. I'm with you, man. Give me the Utes, lay the points.
In a battle of SEC opponents, South Carolina travels to Lexington to face Kentucky and the Wildcats. Kentucky is a 10-point favorite at home. South Carolina coming off a game in which they eked out a home win against ODU. Shane Beamer needs to really get these troops rallied, but I feel like he's not going to be able to do so, and I feel like Kentucky is going to win this handily.
I think 10 points is a lot in the NFL, and it's also a lot in the SEC most of the time. So I think that Kentucky wins the game, but give me the Gamecocks to keep it close, +10.
And in the last game of college, East Carolina, those pesky Pirates travel to ODU, who just came off the aforementioned close loss to South Carolina. ODU has to be feeling good about themselves, but I feel like because of that, they're going to be ripe for the pickings. And East Carolina always plays good in games like these. And being a road favorite, I feel like they're going to revel in that. So give me the Pirates.
I'm going to take the home favorite, man. I'm going to take the Monarchs of Old Dominion to get it done here as a 1-point dog at home, man. Give me the home dog.
Switching to the NFL, the Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Atlanta to face the Falcons. Both of these teams have new quarterbacks and a lot of questions at quarterback, but I feel like the Falcons with Kirk Cousins have a lot more offensive weapons. I feel like the Steelers are going to be kind of figuring it out all season long, so give me the Falcons to cover here.
So the Falcons -3 is like one of the most obvious bets in the entire world, and for that reason, I'm going to take the Steelers +3 to shut all of us skeptics up about how they're going to be this season.
And in the battle for Florida, where a lot of football fans don't care until October, the Jaguars travel to Miami to face the Dolphins. Now, this is a battle of two quarterbacks who really need to prove it despite the fact that they just got paid. The Dolphins are 3-point favorites, and I feel like Mike McDaniel is going to have a great game plan here. So give me the Dolphins to cover.
Yeah, it's tough to say because I think that the Jags and Trevor Lawrence are both fan favorites. They're both easy to root for, but in this case, I think the Dolphins are just too talented. Give me the Dolphins, lay the points.
And in Jim Harbaugh's NFL debut, again, the Raiders travel to Los Angeles to face those Chargers. Now, the Chargers are 3-point favorites at home. You'll notice a theme here. However, I feel like Jim Harbaugh is really excited to be back in the NFL. The Raiders and Antonio Pierce don't really have a lot going for them, although they do have a pesky quarterback in Gardner Minshew. I feel like there's going to be some butterflies for the Chargers and Harbaugh, so give me the Raiders to actually cover here.
I don't know, man. Harbaugh, he attacks every day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind, and I think you'll see that on Sunday, so I'm going to take the Chargers, man, and lay the 3 points.
Matt Stafford and the Rams travel to Detroit and face Jared Goff and Man Campbell in what is a playoff rematch here. Now, the Lions are 3.5-point favorites at home. The Lions have a lot of expectations. The Rams are probably looking to hit lightning in a bottle with Matt Stafford for that final year. The thing is, though, I feel like Man Campbell is going to have his troops ready. They're at home. It's the opening week, and I don't think there's going to be a letdown, so give me the Lions to win by more than 3.5.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup, right? It's a redemption trip for the Rams back to Ford Field in Detroit, which I think makes it a little interesting. But if you couldn't get it done with the highest of stakes on the line last year, what makes me believe you're going to get it done in week 1? I'm with you, man. I can't pick against my guy. MCDC all the way. Lions minus 3.5.
And in the last game, Aaron Rodgers' debut, part 2, as the Jets face off against the 49ers on Monday Night Football. There's no way that Aaron Rodgers makes it less than 4 snaps this year. I think the Jets have a lot of questions because we really don't know what kind of Aaron Rodgers we're going to get. Both teams are extremely talented, but give me Brock Purdy and the boys to take it in San Francisco.
So I've been throwing a lot of shade a little bit here and there in the comments, the political football comments on TikTok at our buddy Cleve. But you know what? I'm feeling a little optimistic here about the Jets. I don't know if they'll squeak it out, but I think they'll make it interesting. Give me the Jets plus 4.5.
And there you go. Those are the 10 games that we picked this week. Who do you like? Let us know in the comments. Let us know by calling 703-718-6314 to give us your opinions. And we hope that you enjoyed this slate of games. We'll see you down the road.